Barakatha Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles of GMS, and salutations to all of the sincere Akim worldwide. Hey, I want to just go into Proverbs 23 today. I mean, Proverbs, you know, there's a lot of good Proverbs in the scriptures, man, but Proverbs 23, for the most part, man, is one of the good Proverbs up in there, man. It gives you advice on friendship. Like, if you really want to get life lessons from the scriptures, you should read books like Proverbs, Sirach, etc. because it tells you how to carry yourself, man, and how to literally move in this society. So let's get it in. Proverbs 23:1, it says, when thou sittest to eat with a ruler, someone above thee, yeah, consider diligently what is before thee. So you basically got to carry yourself correct, depending on the kind of company that you keep and people that are around you. It says, put a knife to thy throat if thou be a man given to appetite. In short, if you're the type of person to fuck up and say some stupid shit, you best keep your mouth shut and watch how you move. It says, be not desirous of his dainties, for they are deceitful meat. Labor not to be rich, cease from thine own wisdom. See, wisdom is the principal thing, man. With the all that get and get understanding. The main thing that we're supposed to be chasing out here, really and truly, if you want to keep it all the way 100, is the doctrine of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. That's the only thing we should be laboring for. Not riches, not women, none of that shit, because it's all temporary, number one. And well, that's not even the main thing. Like, it's nothing to do with the faith of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, and it's all temporary, you know. Verse 5 says, will thou set thine eyes upon that which is not? For riches certainly make themselves wings. They fly away as an eagle towards heaven. Hey, man, it's easy to make some money in this society, but then it's a lot easier to spend it as well, man. Trust me, it really is. It's so easy to spend your money. Money is not going to last you forever. No matter how much you try and save as well, all it is figures, man. There's numerous examples in the scriptures of when, you know, men were told about, you know, money not being a key to happiness. In Revelations, the 2nd chapter as well, it also describes us as being poor but rich. How are we poor? Because in the world, we don't have much, man. The majority of brothers are not on the highest paid salary jobs. You know, they still work, of course, but brothers are not in the high echelon getting that 45k for the most part. A lot of us brothers just deal on a day-to-day basis, man. But the world is on that spirit of being a rich man. But let's see what Yahweh Shai said. 1 second. Yeah, that's in Matthew the 19th chapter. Let's see what Yahweh Shai said to the rich man. The rich man that said that he had given everything to follow the Lord. This is Matthew the 19th chapter. I want to start from, let's say, about verse 23. Actually, no, 21. So the rich man, to give it in context, was you know, saying to Yahweh Shai that he kept all the laws, as it says in verse 20, but he asked, what does he lack? And Yahweh Shai said unto him in verse 21, if thou will be perfect, go and sell all that thou hast, and give it to the poor, and thou shalt have treasure in heaven, and come and follow me. So he said, give all that shit up, because it doesn't matter. He said, if you want to be down with the program, if you really want to be down with me, get rid of all of that shit that you have and come and follow me. You think he was down with that? Hey, man, let's say, the young man said unto him, all these things have I kept from my youth. What else have I lacked? You know, as I just read, Yahweh Shai said unto him, if thou will be perfect, go sell all that thou hast and give to the poor, and thou shalt have treasure in heaven, and come and follow me. But when the young man heard these things, he went away sorrowful, for he had great possessions. So he didn't want to get down with the program of Yahweh from Yahweh Shai. He was on that thing, on that Christian doctrine of get a car of the Lord, or get the man of your dreams, or that dream house, man. But the Most High is not about that. He's about his people suffering, man, in righteousness, man, to build them up. It's an easy thing for the Most High to make a man rich, like the scripture says. Verse 23, then Yahweh Shai said unto his disciples, verily I say unto you, verily meaning truly, that a rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven. And again I say unto you, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle, which is not literally a needle, it's a wall structure that they had used to have back in the ancient world. So it says here, 1 second, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of heaven. So in short, man, a lot of you people, man, that are rich, The scripture also says that you received your consolation. In fact, let me get that. 1 second. It says you have received a reward. 1 second. Let's get this. 1 second. So like that. 1 second. Let's see if I can get that. Yeah, that's it. Luke chapter 6 verse 24. Luke chapter 6 verse 24 reads, says, but woe unto you that are rich, for you have received your consolation. Meaning that a lot of people in this society are actually very much well off, man. They don't have the same trouble as the majority of Jake. Obviously the curses are on them, but they're able to pay themselves out of stuff. They're able to literally live lavish in this society. Although they're still niggas with money, they're somewhat, of a high esteem, man. But really and truly, man, the scriptures is not about people that are feasting and living good while the rest of their brothers are starving. It says in verse 25, woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger. Woe unto you that laugh now, for ye shall mourn and weep. Woe unto you when men shall speak well of you, for so did their fathers to the false prophets. I mean, I'm sure you get the picture, man. Yahweh is not about getting with the so-called popular crowd, man. He's literally about dealing with his elect, and that's all that matters. That's all the Lord's ever cared about, man. The elect, the elect, the elect, from the ancient world all the way until now. And all I can say is, Barakah Yahweh that we got this knowledge, man. It says in verse 6, eat not that the bread of him that have an evil eye, neither desire thou his daily meats. Why does it say eat not the bread of him that have an evil eye? Because really and truly, he's going to remember that and use it as a blackmail tool just to get you. Either that, or he's going to try and use that to get close to you for something that he needs. That's how niggas move, man. Our people are wicked as all fucking hell. Yeah? And they're always trying to draw you into the wickedness that they're doing. So don't eat the bread of a man that have an evil eye. Don't take his money. Don't literally eat his dinner table, because if you deal with the wrong people in life, they're always going to be a succubus onto you, trying to get the best out of you in terms of things that will support them, but they don't really care about your program. You got to keep people like that away. Anyway, it says 1 second. For he thinketh in his heart, verse 7, for as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. Eat and drink, saith he to thee, but his heart is not with thee. And hey, man, you get a lot of people like that, man, out here that are going to pretend to be friendly with you, but really and truly, man, they hate you. But what does the scripture say? A friend cannot be known in prosperity. That's in the Apocrypha. Let me grab that. 1 second. Just a second. This is going to be Sirach 12 and 8. Yeah, just give me a second. Sirach 12 and 8. And it reads, a friend cannot be known in prosperity, and an enemy cannot be hidden in adversity. You don't know who's really down for you until you go through some hardships, man. And then people that were against you will probably come up against you again, and you got to literally hold your fortitude down. We live in a realm where people are just in bizarre world, totally wicked and off, man. They're quick to judge, but really and truly their opinion is retarded. A lot of these people are just out here, zombified, gone. Yeah? But guess what, man? Yahweh is going to avenge his elects, man. Why? Because he hates sinners, man. Hey, man. Yahweh himself, although he was a carpenter's son, he became poor for our sakes. Paul did the same, man. That Proverbs 23, baby, it's real talk. It says, so it says in verse 6, yeah, I mean, I've read that already. I read verse 7. Verse 8 says, the morsel which thou hast eaten shalt thou vomit up, and lose thy sweet words. So you got to keep away from these niggas, man. Speak not in the ears of a fool, for he will despise the wisdom of thy words. And that's another reason why brothers are quick to cut scoffers and curse them out and just tell them to keep it moving, man, because they don't really want to hear what you got to say. A lot of scoffers are literally going to come with their own belief, listen to what you got to say and try and debunk it after, but you can't debunk the truth, man, because we can do nothing against the truth but for the truth, and that's all that it is. You know, a lot of you people are out here, you Jake, up in the churches looking for a miracle from God, from Jesus. But the only one that's going to save you is Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. The scripture tells you there's no other name, man. So all you got to do is humble yourself and just keep it moving. Like I said, Paul said he himself was abound sometimes. He was abased sometimes. Reggie had some, you know, I mean, one of my managers at work, you know, she's always literally on the case of, she's literally always on the case of the people in the workplace to literally be on job, always put in that extra work. But really and truly, all of that is vanity, man. You could be working your ass off doing what you got to do, but then everything could turn on its head at one point, and then all of that money that you've worked for means nothing, man. It says, speak not in the ears of a fool, man. Don't be out here with these people either. It doesn't matter if it's your manager or someone, one of your peers. All of these people are wicked and off, man. Yeah, and you can't do nothing to correct them. You try and tell them anything righteous, they're gonna look at you like you're wicked. Israel's always been doing that. They did that in the time of Aaron and Moses, man. Aaron tried to tell them, no, I don't want to build a golden calf. And they said, we'll kill you if you don't do it, man. You know, straight, man. That's what they said, you know. And all you got to do is go through the book of Judges, man. During the time of Jeremiah as well, Israel basically turned around. I mean, not Jeremiah, so like during the time of the Maccabees, Israel turned around and said, no, man, we ain't going to follow the ways of the Most High. Since we turned away from the ways of the heathen, we've had a lot of trouble, man. Hey, man, tells you about wicked men going off and following the nation of Edom, man, out of Israel. Why? Because they were getting them subsidiaries and they didn't want to die for the truth, man. Hey, it's real talk, man. It's real talk. I mean, there's so much. I'm just going to go to the main points and then wrap this up. Like it says, verse 12, apply thine heart unto instruction and thine ears to the words of knowledge. You know, the elders and the apostles are up there, man, because they've been through what we've been through. So it's important to listen to what they say, take it on board and deal with it, man. It says, withhold not correction from the child, for if thou beatest him with the rod, he shall not die. That's straight into the point, man. Sometimes you got to beat your children, but I'm going to apply that to what we're dealing with right now, because we're the spiritual children of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. And sometimes spiritually he beats us, man. Sometimes we have to get it physically as well, but, you know, we're always being chastised in the spirit to kind of get us stronger, to get us purified. That's the rock too, you know, being tried as gold is tried in a furnace. You literally got to come out here and put in your best. Verse 15 says, verse 14, thou shalt beat him with the rod and shalt deliver his soul from hell. In the same way that you beat your child and make sure that your child is on point, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is putting pressure on brothers. He's literally giving us that spiritual affliction, man, to make us realize that this place ain't shit, so that we don't get conformed to this world. Verse 15 says, my son, if thy heart be wise, my heart shall rejoice, even mine. Yea, my reign shall rejoice when thy lips speak right things, man. Oh, that's what it's about, speaking that righteousness, going out there and teaching other Jake about their nationality. Yeah, that's where it is, man. Just a second. Let not thine heart envy sinners, but be thou in the fear of the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua all day long. I'm going to cut it there, but the emphasis of this is you got to stay spiritual, man. Money, riches, the fame of this society is nothing. Everything, man, in this place is temporary, man, and it's not built to last. Read through the Psalms 23 in particular, man. The Psalms, Proverbs, read through the Proverbs, Proverbs 23 in particular. The Psalms are also good, but read through the Proverbs. Proverbs 23 is a beautiful book, man, and it tells you, man, it's a lot of life lessons not to be around wine bibbers, among ritualers, eaters of flesh, people that are just off, you know, not even cooking their foods properly, doing nothing but drinking all day. Of course it's good to drink, but you can't just drink in excess as well, man. Everything's about balance. It says, buy the truth and sell it not. Yeah, also wisdom and instruction and understanding. So obviously, and when it says buy, obviously, it's basically saying to obtain, man. You get me? But like it's saying sell it not. So you're not supposed to be merchandising the truth like a lot of these Jake out here. Really and truly, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua has bestowed his mercy on us and shown us the doctrine, man. And hey, man, He chastises us every day, but he's getting us ready for that kingdom. That's our big brother, Yahweh Shai and his father, man. Yahweh, our father, getting us ready for that kingdom of heaven, man. Brothers, stay strong, stay spiritual. And just remember, man, the spirit is the main thing. Though our outward man perish every day, our inward man is renewed all the day long. Shalom.